Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's Combo Breaker 99 back on the Fight Front once again. Make sure y'all subscribe. Back with another real quick video here on Errol Spence Jr. As you know, Errol Spence Jr., he showed up at the Harrison Charlo 2 fight. He was able to do an interview with Brian Kenny, between fights. And I just got to say, my thoughts on Errol Spence as far as him coming back. I'm happy to hear it. I'm definitely happy to hear it. But, as far as rushing back into the ring, feeling like he needs to get back in there as soon as possible, to me, I really feel like he should, do whatever his body's telling him. Don't listen to the fans or don't listen to, don't listen to the hunger in you yet, if that makes sense. Don't feel like, you're missing the train. You sometimes you just kind of, got to sit back and listen to your soul. Listen to your soul, what it's telling you. Hey, boxing's not going anywhere right now. So hey, we could, always take a time out to chill. But that's what I just want to say about Errol Spence right off top. But, Brian Kenny, man, you know how he does, man. Like, ever since, I really caught wind of him and how he was talking to Floyd Mayweather back in the day. It was like back in 2009, and just how he likes to throw those little hidden digs. I really kind of thought like he was digging, man. He was really trying to dig and trying to, bait for answers and trying to make, Errol say more than he should say. You know what I mean? Because I know Errol is like the number one guy at welterweight. He has a lot of fans out there and a lot of people want to know about him. But I feel like he does have sort of a duty to address his fans, but he doesn't need to go that deep, on the real. Like, if people want to know he's okay, and, he wants to hold on to these belts and keep that going, keep that momentum of him being the champion going, then he might just want to stick his head out like he did tonight and say, hey, I'm good, I'm okay, and I'll be back soon. But some of the stuff Brian Kenny was asking, it was a little deep. He was asking about, what was it? What was the cause of the wreck? Where did you get? Was it a DUI? So, Errol Spence, he responded with, it's a pending case, and he doesn't really want to go into that. So that's fair. That's all right. We weren't here to hear all of that on a network television, boxing broadcast right here in the bright lights. You know what I mean? Like, it's not even like he's doing a one-on-one interview with him. He's asking him all this personal stuff right here. So Brian Kenny was acting more like, matter of fact, on Twitter, Errol Spence, he posted a tweet and said, Brian Kenny was acting like the DA or something, asking all these questions, which was true, man. Like, in a way, Brian Kenny was acting like a troll online, or just like a overzealous fan saying, hey, what happened? Were you drunk? Were you on drugs? Were you, what happened? What's broken? When you coming back? He wasn't really staying in his professional mindset. He just didn't say, how you feeling? He didn't just say, so what's the word when you coming back? He kept asking the same questions over and over. So Errol was already trying to answer him before he was asking him. He gave us all the answers we needed, as far as what type of shape he's in, like what we need to know. Like, I don't really want to know personally, like, what's going on in Errol's body medically. Like, that's on him. That's his personal business. I mean, if he says he's good enough to fight, then hey, that's what we have to take. But me personally, after like a very serious car wreck like he was in, I would say, hey, take a year off. That's just me. I say vacate the titles and take a year off. That's what I would say, just because that's how much I can actually care about a fighter. I don't want to see him return after 3-4 months, even though he said he's good, even though nothing's broken. But in Brian Kenny's mind, he's, really trying to push and get a date, where Errol Spence said, I feel like I'm in good shape. I've been training, I've been hitting the mitts. I've been feeling good. And, his answer was that he'll probably be back in like May or June. He doesn't want a tune-up fight. He said he wants to face somebody like Danny Garcia, Manny Pacquiao, which we know Danny Garcia, he's facing, a blah fight in a lot of people's eyes. Ivan Reddock coming up in next month in January. But until then, Errol Spence, he's going to be, trying to train and heal up and get ready for that like summer return. And which he said already, he already said, and Brian Kenny kept repeating over and over, like, oh, is it spring? Is it summer? Is it May? Is it June? So he just said, sometime this year he's going to return, in that summertime. He couldn't give him an actual date, so just little things like that, like Brian Kenny was kind of, being funny about, he just didn't ask like the basic questions and try not to make Errol feel uncomfortable, you know what I mean? So I just kind of, like I said, I don't think highly of Brian Kenny or most of these commentators anyway, because, they kind of go out of their way to disrespect sometime. And especially if he threw that little dig in like and drive safe. I mean, that's something he could have told him off air, man. Like, if he ran into Errol already and before they talked, he could have said, hey, man, be careful, make sure you take care of yourself, just make sure you driving safe. Don't drive fast, but, don't throw that little dig in there like, oh, yeah, and drive safe, So I just kind of thought that was weird, but that's how they do anyway, man. But it's good. Like I said, it's good to see Errol back and actually address his fans now. And, I respected all that time he was taking off and just kind of staying away. A lot of people out there were getting antsy and getting, overexcited, anxious and wanting to hear from him, which I understand because he just captured, he just captured the unification, the WBC and IBF title. And, everybody's feeling like the wheels were just started turning to the welterweight division. So they wanted him back, but at the same time, something serious just happened. Of course, it was something he could have prevented and it was a stupid mistake he made. I know all of that, but I feel like whatever's done's been done now. So he needs to make sure he can get right. So in my opinion, like I said, again, he said he's ready to return in the summer. Of course, he only knows his body, but, just going off of what, seeing him, he looked okay. There were rumored talks about dental work. I don't know anything about that, but personally. So if he feels like he's ready, he's ready. But if I was in his corner, I would say, hey, you might want to take the rest of the year off and come back maybe at the end of the 2020 or fall. People might be mad and people might say what they want to say, but you might need to take whatever time you need to take off, man. I mean, that's just real. But yeah, man, that's all I got on this one, guys. Just wanted to go on a little discussion about Errol Spence, in his interview. Like I said, he pretty much told us what we wanted to hear. Again, he acknowledged the WBO champion in Terrence Crawford. A lot of people say he's ducking Terrence, but he said, I either want Manny Pacquiao, and Terrence Crawford at some point. So, and he stated that I am the welterweight king, which he pretty much is now. He is the number one guy, and he did include Terrence Crawford in that. So people don't need to twist his words. So PBC in general might not include Terrence Crawford, but Errol Spence does. So if Errol Spence says Terrence Crawford is one of the guys with a legit belt, he is, and he needs to go after him. And he wants him, so he's not ducking him. So, yeah, man, that's all I got on this one, guys. Let me know in the comment section when y'all think Errol Spence will return. Do you think it's wise to return this summer? Do you think he is really okay? I mean, I hope he is. And like I said, if he needs to take more time off, take it. Take it, vacate it, start back over. He still got it. And if you take more time off, he'll probably have more. But yeah, man, that's all I got on this, guys. Make sure y'all subscribe. Combo Breaker 99. I'm out. Peace.